Hello, good evening, and happy Tuesday to you all. I hope you are well. It is lovely to be back on stream and back in GTR2. How is everyone doing? It's lovely to see so many people here already. I really do appreciate it. Welcome and good evening to Aubrey, Martins, Screamlight, Satent, who welcome to the. Thanks for becoming a channel member. I think you were, but maybe it's, I don't know. You've got the second month badge for Toka, so it's kind of renewed, I guess. Thank you for renewing as a member. I appreciate it. And Super Gazelle, mate, I hope you're well. Yeah, thank you very much. Tiberius as well. I'm sure we will talk a bit more about Project Motor Racing at some point in this stream. Also, good evening to you. Hello. It's a couple of little backstories for this stream. I don't usually stream on a Tuesday night, and I will explain why for those who don't know. But the main thing is we're back in GTR2, this wonderful game. We are at Enna-Pergusa, a very strange track, I must admit, where we've got the 2004 FIA GT grid. This time we're in the NGT class. So we're in the slower of the classes. So we've got GT, NGT, G2 and some G3 cars as well. So we should be kind of amongst the NGTs, obviously, and the G2s. So we're going to have to look out for being the lapped traffic this time, as opposed to when we were at Donington in the Lister and amongst the quickest class. And we're firing around in a TVR in a 90-minute race that will start at 4 AM. So go from dark to light. BP, good to see you, and Supersonic Racing, Racing di Milano, good to see you as well. I hope you are well. This is the Italian track with the crazy. Well, it's the other. I mean, Italians love a long straight and then a murder chicane at the end. They've got Monza and they've got this. So yes, this is a very strange circuit. Yeah, well, the reason I've picked the TVR Screamlight is because they used to build them near where I grew up in Blackpool for many years. So how dare you mock their build quality? But do you wonder why? Yes, I heard about Tsunoda being dropped today. I saw that was coming in terms of him being dropped from Red Bull, but I'd not been following the news closely to know that Arvin Lindblad was that going to be like the shoe-in to replace him. So that was like a surprise to me. Martins. No. How dare you? Right. I'm not going to sit here and chat for absolutely ages. Let's get out on track. And we'll obviously chat as we go while I get my eye in around this very unique circuit. So let's just make sure. I mean, obviously, if... Yeah, no, it's Hadjar in the Red Bull, Martins, and Lindblad in the Racing Bulls. Sorry, did I get it backwards? Yeah, I knew it was Lindblad in the sister team. It's Hadjar in the RB and Lindblad in the RB. Was that not clear? Right, yeah, let's get out on track. Now, I have been doing a little bit of setup work because I feel like, and this may surprise some people, the TVR is not as kind to drive as the Lister Storm. Who knew? Dearie me. Evening, Jacob. Hope you're well. Oh, I've not been keeping up with the NASCAR nonsense. Is it going well? Is the outcome? Can we tell at this point? I don't know. Right, you're gonna have to let me know if volume levels are okay. The TVR does sound pretty good though. I do know what you mean as well, Screamlight, by it being the British Alpha. Very passionate, very fun, very broken. I feel like I'm not sat very comfortably. Hang on, let's get there. That feels a little better. Right, let me know if volume levels are alright. Oh! Wow. think the back of the car should be okay. It should be alright. It is but a scratch. Can barely tell with the styling. Right. Let's get out here. And get round. So, Enna-Pergusa. I love this. Enna-Pergusa. So there is one natural lake in Sicily. And they decided to build this racetrack around it. Which, oh god, yeah. Yeah, braking points are not there. Brakes are cold. Yeah, this was the home of the Mediterranean Grand Prix for many years. It started life as a non-championship Formula 1 event in the 60s, and then it became a Formula 2 race before becoming an F3000 race. That ran until 1998, by the way. The last winner of the Mediterranean Grand Prix in F3000. Without Wikipediaing it, any guesses as to who the last winner of the Mediterranean Grand Prix in F3000 at Enna-Pergusa was? I'll give you a moment while I get dive bombed by this GT3. Ooh. Oh no! Yeah, I need to stay out of that gravel, that absolutely drags you in. Not McNish. It is a future Formula 1 driver. It was in fact Juan Pablo Montoya. The Tosser did win a Mediterranean Grand Prix though. Ricardo Rosset was a Mediterranean Grand Prix winner, as was David Coulthard. Can't remember if McNish was now, come to think of it. Lots of recognisable names who won this race. Keke Rosberg, I think Jackie Ickx won it. I think Suspiri won there. Because obviously Suspiri was great right up until the point, you know, he reached Formula 1. I'm sure I read somewhere that, like, one of the drivers Michael Schumacher idolised was Vincenzo Suspiri. I know McNish got to Formula 1. Martins, I meant, like, I can't remember if McNish was a winner of the Mediterranean Grand Prix. Might have been. Sorry, I've just crashed into a wall because I saw some adamant defences of MasterCard Lola in the chat. Right, I'm definitely not got my eye in yet, have I? I'm too busy reeling off facts and talking things. Let's go for a flying lap of Enna-Pergusa around the Sicilian lake. So, into turn 1, brake just before the 100 board. I'm going to try and roll it in to the curb along the left. A lot of the times it's stay off the curbs as they are very angular. And it's down to third for this one. Again, just try and roll it round on throttle control. Still not sure if I should stay in third or change up to fourth and go down, but again, stay off the curbs for this chicane. We have the first of many full throttle sections, and then at the end of it, the first main way you can be killed by this circuit. I'm braking just before kind of the darker part of the tarmac. Definitely stay off that gravel to the left because it sucks you in and absolutely does exactly what it's supposed to do, trap you. And then we have the ultimate way that it tries to kill you up next. As everything pinches up, braking just before the arrival of the curb on the right-hand side. And you can run it over that curb on the left, but sometimes you do get a little bit of a track limits warning. Thank you for checking, Martins. Tiberius, I will have a look at your chat in a moment as we come to the final chicanes. Entry, that's one of the curbs you can run it over, and then in the very final chicane you can get it over the green stuff and try and carry through as much speed as possible. Oh yeah, these most of the curbs, I'd say about 80% of them are awful. Like there, if you get on that one, you try and put your foot down, you're going off towards the Sicilian lake. I feel like I do need to awkwardly switch up, or maybe just change the ratios there. Might look at changing the gear ratios. It's interesting, the TVR T400R is what we're driving. It's listed as part of the NGT class on this game, but as far as I can tell, never actually participated in the 2004 FIA GT Championship. So I do wonder if we are going to be slightly outmatched. The AI loves bonking into the tyre chicane at the start of a section 2. Yeah, they'd absolutely do. I'm going to skip the formation lap because I absolutely have a feeling that they would just bonk it there as well if they could. Tiberius. So, yeah, we may gain some cheap places from retirements, but that being said, I am also a human that can make mistakes. So we might also not make it to the end if I'm not careful. Carry too much there over the gravel. I'm looking to try and get down to the 1 minute 40s if I can, which we are still not there yet. Oh, that's too much. Not quite. Sweetmeister, good evening, hope you're well. Ah, that would make sense, Martins. I know it did take place in some races this year, and it was also in the British GT Championship. So that would explain it. Ah, the Morgan. The Morgan is a fun little car. Don't know if we've got any Morgans right. I'll have to have a little click through and see who we've actually got racing with us. Go on, you go through. You're just going to yeet into me if I don't let you through. Like I say, there's going to have to be some very mindful driving in terms of when we let through traffic. God, sorry to hear that, sweet master lad. Don't talk to me about the trains. In fact, I'll tell you why shortly, why you don't want to talk to me about the trains either, and it's not for the reason you'd think. But I have experienced the whole cancellation problem as well. Oh, hello. Right, let's try and go for a much better flying lap now if we can. Not the best. Ah, that was awful. Okay, a little bit riding the curbs hard there. Probably not the tidiest, but not the worst. We've got our fellow TVR behind us in the orange. Felt the car washing wide there. It is really scary if you feel the car going towards that tyre wall. and you have to make a split decision of whether you're going to make it or go to the runoff. And if you don't decide, that's pretty much it. There we go, that's one way of getting through that as well. We can absolutely be bold through that chicane. 2 seconds up. So we're still going to get... still want to be at the 1 minute 40s, really. I am driving with some damage, though, to be fair, as well. God. The closing speed of the car behind was a little bit scary. Gone a little bit deep in through there as well. He's getting to the 41s. Okay, in the right direction. Gonna let this car through. I'm not going to let this car... I can see that being a problem. Dude, just go. And there's the fellow TVR. I'm sure we're going to have absolutely no problems with this guy. TVRs were just absolutely insane. It makes sense they were built in Blackpool. And this thing does sound great as well. Oh! I thought the car wasn't as wide. Oh, yeah, gonna have to look out for that. Have a look. Yeah. Oof. Well, I'm glad I don't sit on that side of the car. That's all I'm going to say. We will return to the garage for the moment. Where are we overall? We are 24th. Naspetti, Carl Venliger. There we go. Some familiar names here. See if we can work out who our teammate is. Scream like you say that, like the TVR would be smart enough to notice anything. It's just like along for the ride, going ah the whole time. Oh, Nigel Greensall is our teammate, and currently in the 1 minute 41.4. Okay, that's at least who we have to beat. You've got to at least beat your teammate. So okay, Nigel Greensall, keep an eye out for him. Orange TVR, cover car of Toka Race Driver 3. Good spot. Did not recall that. Yeah, this thing is beautiful. This game is beautiful. The one time we did it before, absolutely fantastic. Good evening. Good evening, mate. Am I ready for a possible McLaren disaster in Abu Dhabi? I mean, I feel like that's the only way it's going to go at this point, right, Peter? Surely. God. Anyway. Right. Do I want to make any setup changes? I feel like... I don't know if it's just the car itself or if it's just my setup, but I feel like straight line speed isn't great at the minute. Splitter is down to 1. I have already knocked the radiator opening down. Do I mess with the gear ratios? We'll look again in a second. I'll go out and do a few more laps. Get some standard running in. But what I will say, whilst we are here, is obviously I did put on a community post the other week now, I think it was. And obviously this is a very rare midweek stream for me. And obviously I mentioned in the community post that I had some bad news, so obviously I did a little update to channel members, because obviously all the channel members, I thought I need to update the people who very kind enough to decide they want to, you know, join and you know, pay essentially an extra little subscription to support the channel. So I thought, well, I'll update them first and let them know, because obviously if there's anything that's going to affect the channel, they kind of should be kept informed. I was going to kind of use this stream as an opportunity to let everyone else know. Yeah, unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago now, in fact exactly 2 weeks ago, the company I was working for very suddenly and abruptly went into liquidation. Got the actual termination letter on my birthday. So that was fun, lovely present. So yeah, obviously not an ideal time to have that happen. To basically then get told, hey, you know, your next paycheck, the one that's going to pay the bills for December, but also is the last paycheck before Christmas, it's not coming. So it was a bit of a shock, and it was a real shame because the company itself did not deserve it. I think it was, you know, a good company to work for. It was a good product. I mentioned that I had beef with the trains before, and that's because we worked in the rail industry, and it was kind of wholly caused, it has to be said, by a big downturn in downturn in like the rail industry in the UK. Projects have kind of just ground to a halt for, God, it must be coming up for 2 years now. It's crazy. And we knew that it affected our you know, number of active users, but at no point was it ever kind of, it was downplayed how close we were to things going pop. And I don't think that was done in a malicious way necessarily, but the end result is, unfortunately, it was a big surprise. So it was a bit rough. Hence the midweek stream. Because, you know, I don't have work in the morning. But it is going to affect the channel, because I mean, the immediate thought is, well, you've got loads of time now. It's like, yeah, but obviously I just feel like so pressed to try and find something else. So I'm, you know, everything's updated, sending out CVs, that whole thing. Christ, that was close to the wall. There's some potentials, but still a long way of kind of getting things sorted yet. But it just kind of feels weird. Like, I know you're not going to do any good for yourself spending all day every day just sitting and refreshing job websites. And I know I should take some time off to kind of relax and do something fun, which is this, but I must admit my head space hasn't been there massively. But I'm hoping it will come back. I'm hoping it will get sorted. And like I say, I'm hoping it will be a temporary blip, at least. So yeah, that's the been kind of the thing that's offset stuff a little bit. I will hopefully be carrying on with like occasional, like maybe some random streams like this, and I'll try and keep the series that we've got going as best as possible. So I'm still hoping to get the next rounds of Toka out over the weekend, maybe a bit later than usual. But yeah, if my kind of consistency wanes a little bit, that's why. And yeah, just thank you all for watching. I appreciate you guys have stuck with me. I think most of the people that are in chat that have kind of spoken up already have kind of stuck with me throughout periods where I've gone quiet and for, you know, been around for a while, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you all very, very much. And yeah, I think just basically it's one of those things. Just need to keep head up, press, apply, go. I'm sure I'll find something. I've been working for well over 10 years, close to 15. I know I'm good at what I do, and you know, I'll hopefully find something that fits very soon. So yeah, thank you. Oh, I really should. It's none of the straights on this circuit are straights, not properly. So I should probably stop to have a little read. Yeah, thank you, Martins. I hope. Hopefully it is just a blip, and appreciate you still being a member. Thank you very much. I'm sorry to hear that, Tiberius. I don't know, obviously, your situation, so I hope everything's okay. And yeah, you're kind of where you want and where you need to be. Yeah, in terms of the trains, it's multi-layered with the trains, Martin. So in terms of the service of the trains, they've been pretty shit for a while in terms of how much they just get cancelled and the general price of them. As Sweetmeister will attest to today. But yeah, in terms of then the project side of it, of actually building its electrified rail, yeah, things slowed down massively. I think it was start of last year, and everyone's just been waiting for funding to get allocated and things to get going, and it hasn't, and it's just, yeah, caused problems. I don't think we're the only company to suffer from this as well. So Tiberius, basically, my background is in videography, photography, copywriting, technical content writing, and then for a decade now, marketing, general marketing, and graphic design, and websites, and emails, all that stuff. And I have moved between industries. The last couple of jobs I've been in have been in very technical markets. So one was kind of construction and inspection equipment, then yeah, the rail industry. Most recently, I did education before that. I've done freelance. I'll be freelancing again for a little bit. So I'm going to be offering voiceover services for people. If anyone wants a voiceover on a video, reach out. So yeah, it's. I don't think I'll be sticking in the rail industry for sure. But yeah, just finding something to do that and put those skills to the test. Driver61 is actually looking for a script writer, and a friend of the channel, Alexis, sent me it over, and I was like, this is, on the one hand, do I want to make this basically something that's adjacent to my hobby, my job, but also I've been scripting videos for years outside of just YouTube, outside of this as well. So I've got YouTube experience. I've been doing it for years. I've been script writing since like 17, 18. And then I have a natural interest in Formula One. So I'm thinking about it. Oh, are you similar sort of thing, Tiberius, in terms of like video and marketing and that sort of stuff? Oh God, and you've been employed for most this year. That's not. Please tell me that's. Oh, that seems like a bad omen. Has it been tough? Yeah. No, I appreciate that, Martins. And Screamlight, thank you as well. That's yeah, and I appreciate that. This is it. It's kind of the thing of YouTube. YouTube is always kind of like subconsciously egging you on, right? To kind of keep it going and do better and do more numbers. Yeah, I know how, like, for the most part, the people who subscribe and are very understanding are just like, yeah, well, like it when you just show up and do the stuff. So I appreciate that, guys. I really do. Thank you. Thanks, Screamlight. I appreciate it. Yeah. But hopefully tis just a blip. And now we shall park that for the moment. And oh, please don't worry, working in sports media and chose to quit to return to public sector. Oh, I see. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Like I said, I hope things have kind of straightened out for you now. It's not a nice feeling. It's yeah, it's not great. But yeah. Oh, yeah, I know, Martins. Peter, thank you as well. No, appreciate that as well. Thank you. Right. Where's my teammate? Green Soul. It's about half a second quicker. Right, let's catch the bastard. Okay. I didn't really focus on my setup at all. I just kind of drove into a wall, didn't I? Because I was busy being sad. So let's stop being sad and let's find half a second. So we're about, what, 33 minutes into the stream. My plan is that we will go into qualifying very soon. And then we will hopefully start the race itself just after the hour mark. And like I say, there's a 90-minute race at dawn around this lake in Italy. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Oh god, again, I'm seeing comments and have just gone sideways. Let's just park it here gently. Yeah, it's the worst possible time, Adam. To be honest, I don't necessarily think it's the government's fault, because the way the rail industry is was a problem under the government before. It hasn't been fixed by this government. I don't want to get political, but yeah, it was a hangover from the last government, and it's not been fixed by this one either. So they're all as fucking guilty as each other, to be honest. The Codemasters Archive. Oh, that's cool. Screamlight, I'd be interested in that. Martin's, I don't know, not economically viable, but Trevor Sports is just like the effort that Trevor Sports goes in to produce like his historic football, and like he did Grand Prix, didn't he, for a while? It's just bloody brilliant. And then again, Tiberius, Ted Meat, GP Laps, absolute top class choices there. Oops, excuse me. Right, let's not crash into them. Let's try and get some laps in now. Okay, let's try and line up for a good exit out of this one. And let's go. We might have to yield to some traffic. Okay, gonna hug the curb to the inside, try and stay off it. Now the line's not great, but that's alright for now. Did some basic practice and setup yesterday. I thought, I've got this, absolutely nailed this. Come around tonight. Not quite found it yet, but let's keep pushing. How far down are we after sector 1? We are 1/10 down. Oh god, traffic is going to be such a bloody yeah, really. I'm shocked. For fuck's sake. Let's see if we can clear this bad boy. I was going to call him another word beginning with B, and then I thought, actually, you've not really done anything to me, so I censored myself. Okay, let's go past. Oh, pal. Come on now. Pull in behind me and then brake late. That makes sense. Okay, let's try again. Fucking hell. Thought I had it there. Awful first sector again. To the point where we are now being hassled. Okay. Oh no! Fucking hell. That curb is lethal. Somehow up 3/10 though on my previous best. What about after that? Come on. Up 8/10. Okay, we should get quicker unless our teammate's improved than our teammate. That's better. Much, much better. Into the 1 minute 40s. Nice. Up to 18th overall. That's much better. Do one more lap because I feel like that was a... I'm on the cusp of rediscovering some rhythm. Though that was absolutely shite through that second chicane. Head over, what we got? 3/10 down. Bloody hell. That's more like it. That second complex felt really nice indeed. Felt pretty tidy. Oh, we've gained a 10th, but yeah, rubbish first sector has let us down. I was braking by this 200 board, but I feel like that was slightly too early. Let's see if we can do that just to carry a little bit more speed through. Ooh, no! Shite. Let's see, so we're up to 18th. Nigel Greensall hasn't improved. Down in 24th. The first comment I see in chat when I look back is, are you want to break the machine? Yeah, I do. Not economically viable sounds pretty cool, Martins. I might have to check that out. That sounds pretty cool. Vinny, you've not... No, I think it's the news you may have already seen if you saw the members-only video. So I think you might have already seen that news. Yep, quite right, Adam. Indeed, yeah. So as recent as 1998, it had F3000s. Apparently, and this is just purely from reading Wikipedia recently, it was going to come back. Was it to not F3000, obviously, but it was going to come back to, I think, was it open wheel or GT racing in the year 2000? I think it was open wheel in like a European series, and then obviously not year 2000, 2020. Need I say more as to why that didn't happen? Tiberius, exactly. I mean, there's lovely houses around this one lake in Sicily, but no, let's shove a racetrack around it. Yeah, PMR sounded really good in terms of, it seemed like Project Cars 2, but improved with like the career mode of grid. And then obviously the more you hear about it, or Screamlight, similarly Alexis's video, I saw that as well, really good video about obviously some of the people involved with it. So yeah, I'm not interested in it. Well, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be all doom and gloom. Before, obviously, company I worked for went, I was in a position to finally upgrade my PC and buy a new PC. But now I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. So actually, I'm glad it's bad. Selfishly. Deary me. Right. Let's accelerate time through to qualifying. We'll see how much things improve. Main guy I want to beat is my teammate. How are we doing in class? We're second in class, but way off Tim Sugden. Okay. Quite a long way indeed. And then we're behind the G2 of Dirk Muller. Exactly, Tiberius. That's the big strat. Loads of PS1 games, loads of PS2 games. Don't need them. Don't need them. Ooh, Andrew Cacaldi has improved. That's Cacaldi driving. Oh, Ferrari. 65 Ferrari. Very nice. Johnny Herbert in the Maserati 9th. Green Soul yet to improve. I was expecting a flurry of cars back on track before the end. It doesn't look like we're going to see that. So I wanted to see what Sugden was driving. That's a Porsche, 88 Porsche. Okay. Carl Venliger is fastest ahead of Emmanuel Naspetti. Ferrari 1-2, and then Lamborghini 3. So we dropped to 20th overall, still ahead of our teammate, which is nice. Third in class. That's okay. I will take that. Right, let's make some tweaks. Let's get on the soft tyres. Let's take a load of fuel out. Yeah, let's do that. Can't remember how long the qualifying session is, to be honest. Let's just do 45 minutes. Hey, let's wang time forward. Wang time forward. Let's move time forward just a little bit. And we'll get some times on the board so we have some rough targets. We'll move to like 20 minutes to go in the session. And see what we got to do. Oh, I'm sorry, Peter, you bought the game full price. Saying this with Martin's, like, it's not like we want projects to fail. And I like the ideas of what PMR was trying to do. But yeah, Ian Bell is a troublesome individual to begin with. And obviously he also worked with some troublesome individuals as well, so... yeah, every time I boot up GTR2 or Race 07 Tiberius, they're just fabulous. I even bought GT Legends actually, which is a lot of fun as well. GT Legends is just brilliant, just excellent. Yes, Wang time forward. Wang Chung, dance all days, lovely. Right. Let's have a look and see. So we've got Tim Sugden, again first in class at a 138. So obviously, you know, everyone's running lighter and softer tyres. Cacaldi, Peterson, where's our teammate? Greensoul is only on a 142, so currently struggling. Oh no, hang on. There we go, Greensoul, that's it. So struggling. Fellow TVR. Right. Let's get out there. God, there's a lot of traffic. They all look like faster cars, so I'm happy to let them go. Try and clear out the way as quickly as we can here. Oh God, I was going to move across for you. Oh Jesus Christ. Oh wow. I need to be a better, slower car. That much is clear. Although I will just say it is the responsibility of the quicker car to overtake safely. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I definitely did not make that easy for them because I changed my mind. Misunderestimated the closing speed there, for sure. And remember, we will be starting in the dark, headlights on. So that should be fun. Excellent use of the Murray emoji there, Peter. Very good. Let's try and sink in. I always keep wanting to... I've been really enjoying, like, just kind of checking in on the chat. And I need to focus. Let's one final look. Toto Wolff is actually in this game. He is. I have spotted him before. Zach Brown is also in Race 07. I can't remember seeing him, but I was aware of that fact. ACC Evo becomes a mess at launch. ACC Evo, I just hate this whole early access long roadmap thing. Like, the game is there to a certain extent, but it makes me just think I'm not interested for however long. I just hate that way of kind of doing things, you know? Helium Trophy, good evening. Hope you're well. Hope the snooker's going well. I heard O'Sullivan's out. That's all I know. Right, I'm gonna... Blinkers on now, guys. I'm gonna try and actually do some okay driving. Which I know you aren't used to on this channel. I know. But just for today, I need to try and feel good about myself. So let's see if we can do that. Just gonna let this guy go. There we go. Right. Come on now, head down. Ready to run it close to the edge of that bloody curb. Soft tyres really do grip up. Okay. Right, please have no one coming out of the pits. I beg of you. We're going to get in front of some people, I think. Oh no, we're not. That was that bad. So messy, come on now. First sector is the problem at the minute. I feel like I can put together the rest of the lap from here. that was untidy. Come on, the car is lighter and more responsive. That's better. It's better. 41 maybe. Oh no, okay, 40.5, that's alright. Okay, time to be found in Sector 1. That was much tidier. That was much tidier. That wasn't, but we style it out. Eight tenths, right, come on now. Here we go, come on. Nice bit of clear track as well. It's a bit wide, but it's okay, not invalidated it. Not quite as quick through Sector 2 that time around. Tried to get on the throttle too early there. I think I've probably cost myself an improvement, or have I? It's not, but it could have been in the 39s. Here we go again. Talking now. We can easily get ourselves in the top 20 of the starting grid. I will catch up with comments in a moment, but as you can see, I'm actually doing some driving. On the brakes way too early. I bet somehow understeered almost into the wall again. By 3 tenths. Right, all we need to do is not absolutely wreck this final sector. And this is a good improvement. See, I tried to put too much power on there. I've done it again. Should still be an improvement because that was actually better than the last one, but I got carried away. I thought I can bet a bit more power on. No, you can't. It's a tight chicane. We're in the 1 minute 39s. There's still more time on the table. And I've gone. Fuck. Okay. We're exactly 20th. I'm going to move out of the way of people, and then we will... Oh, we will prepare for another run in a moment. Meebury, good evening. TVR indeed. Oh, hello. Hang on a second. Stop a moment. Just went back to the terrible news. I'm sorry to hear you've been made redundant. Are there many baking jobs? How long before you are legally obliged to change your surname to Dolan? I think it's 6 months. 6 months. So the clock is ticking. Vinny, that was very kind of you and completely necessary, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. AC Rally, yes. AC Rally looks incredible, doesn't it? I've never even done Richard Burns Rally. I'm not good enough at rally games for that level of hardcore. I don't mind admitting I would absolutely struggle. Because, yeah, I'm just not as good as them. And you can see the level I'm at with this. So, yeah, rally games, definitely not. But I would absolutely love to give it a go. It looks incredible. Sweet Meister, that's fine. You can let your wife talk to you. I would say she's more important. Controversial, brave, yes, but true. So that's fine. But I appreciate you being here as well. We need James Hunt emojis. Well, to be fair, I think at the minute I've got 20 or 21 members, so I do have another members emoji available. So that slot is open. So James Hunt could be the emoji we put in. And yes, the infamous Rennie R new line. I enjoyed the console version of ACC as well on PS4. Obviously not the same experience completely because I think they updated it much more afterwards for PC. But I enjoyed the console version of ACC for the PS4. I thought it's, I could experience the game and it was fun. And then, yeah, I enjoyed Project Cars 2 as well. I got Project Cars 1 and did start the career just to kind of give it a go. And it's okay. I mainly just did the karting, though, and then kind of stopped. So I've not really experienced much of the game. I do want to go back to Project Cars 2, because again, I really like the structure of that career mode as well. Let you go, sir. Sorry, he's probably swearing at me. I did like a couple of videos on Project Cars 2 at the very, very beginnings of this channel. I just remember sucking so much at the V8 supercars. I was awful. Need to maybe think about going back and trying them again. Right, I will check chat again in a moment, but let's try one more flying lap, and then I think we will call it and move forwards into the race. So here we go. One more run of Enna-Pergusa. Not the best start, but follow-ups felt a little bit better, so we might be close still at least. We are close, that's fine. Not sure. Balls to the wall for this one. Oh, that's too wide. Balls in the wall on that one. That was a last minute fuck it, wasn't it? That was a bit silly. get out of the way. I'm not going to get out of the way. I'm just going to become an absolute roadblock on the ape. Oh, what a dentist. What a GT dentist I am. Right. Back to the pits. Let's time accelerate to the end of qualifying. I quite enjoyed the karting when I did it on PC1. It was a lot of fun. I'd heard mixed things of NASCAR 25. To be fair, it's weird. I'd not heard anything outwardly terrible or like it was the best thing since, you know, NR 2003. But if it's solid, that's good. That's a good start. Good to see it. I'm glad IndyCar's getting its own game. I don't know. Even though I don't have GT7, I think this was an issue in like GT Sport as well. I do wish they would group the classes into like, so it was specifically Super GT cars and, you know, because like what they call Group 1 is just all over the place, isn't it? Like a proper mishmash of different cars. So I do wish they'd kind of group them more logically. But yeah, they were fun in GT Sport, but like I said, I've not played GT7. Okay, so no, I always forget how to. Is it Uwe or Uwe? You pronounce that first name of the pole sitter, but it's Uwe Elsen ahead of Carl Wendlinger. Johnny Herbert down in 13th and struggling. We end up 21st. We are 4th in class, just behind Jens Peterson. Sugden and Cacaldi are the pace setters in the Porsche and Ferrari respectively, and we are behind 2 G2 cars as well. We are... Oh, that's awkward. Horst Felbermeyer Jr. is just ahead of Horst Felbermeyer. That'll be interesting at the start. Nigel Greensall in the other TVR, only 32nd, so much quicker in race trim than qualifying. And actually the slowest NGT car. Okay. I think our race pace is going to suck, by the way. But we'll see how we go. I am going to do one lap. Sorry, I am just going to do one lap back in my race trim setup. And I will get your opinions on strategy for this race. Let's just do a quick warm-up. Irway. Thank you, Martins. I appreciate that. I know my pronunciation sometimes is terrible. I was editing the next round of Toka, and I kept calling him Frank Biella still, even though it kind of dawned on me partway through. Shit, it's Biela. It's Frank Biela. And friend of the channel, Super Gazelle, mentioned it in comments as well, and I'm like, you idiot. You knew that? Why do you call him Biella? And then even after I mention it in the video, I go back to calling him Biella. I'll work on that, I am very sorry. There are indeed, Sweet Meister, in terms of old touring cars. I don't know if he was there this time. I'm sure on one of the, when I've been doing like practicing ahead of time, Andy Prio has shown up. I don't know if he's there today. Yeah, exactly. In my reality, he's Polish, BP. That's what it is. Christ. Tommy Erdos, okay, cool. That's pushing the braking a little bit on there. I need to be careful. Just do one lap and then we will move into the race. We'll decide strategy next. Just want to find my limits again. See, with a lighter car and soft tyres, I can definitely carry more speed into turn 1. Not this time. Ooh, okay. Oh God! Yeah, you're braking too late again for this weight of car and these tyres. That was scary. Go to the inside. Whew. God, no. Again, trying to carry too much speed. And again, I need to consider when I let the faster cars through. Because it's not nice to have them, like, breathing down your neck through the chicanes. Let's just get turn 1 right again. That's better. That's better. Take it easy on the first couple of laps. Okie dokie. Let's continue to the race. So, strategy. Let's have a look. So it's a 90-minute race. So it's definitely a one-stop strategy. You may remember last time we did like just over an hour at Donington Park, and we basically won because the AI changed all their tyres and we didn't. We're definitely going to change tyres this time. The question is, so far I've got it to split the race in half, and I'm just going to do 2 medium tyre stints. But part of me's wondering, with a full tank, could I do a medium and a soft stint at the end, or are the softs going to go off after like 30 minutes basically? I'm not sure. It seems safest to split it in half. Yeah. Oh, that's cool, Sweet Meister. The fact that you've got those DVDs as well. Treasure physical media. That's really cool. Love that. Whenever, wherever. His name is Frank BL. Fantastic. No, Peter, that's not the sort of strategy we want. There's going to be enough crashes going on. Yeah, should we just do it? Yeah, do it down the middle. Oh, seems like the safest option, doesn't it? So we'll do about 45 minutes. And then 45 minutes. Although I might go 1 click over just to be sure. Yeah, mediums. Stick on mediums. I think I should be okay. That's cool, Sweet Meister. I like that. It's very good indeed. Right. Here we go. And there, and that's what it looks like. So the sun won't rise fully during this race, but we will definitely go from needing headlights to not needing headlights. You know, as they say, it's always darkest before the dawn. And considering everything we've talked about in this stream, I think I would just like to see the dawn. So let's just try and get to the end and at least finish ahead of the other TVR. I think that's important as well. Okay. I'm going to skip the formation lap as well because I absolutely feel like they're gonna somehow crash in the chicanes on the formation lap. So we're going to hit space to skip. Headlights on. And it's green flag. 90 minutes of Enna-Pergusa from 4 AM. God. And I am... God. Concertina there. Considering some of my braking zones were like some of the marks on the road, that's suddenly become slightly more difficult. Okay. We gain 1 place off the start. Beware. Okay, this is the chicane where all hell could break loose. Really need to keep an eye out for these bloody marker boards. Oh, how on earth? That fucking gravel trap is ridiculous. My guy, you had plenty of time to brake. You did not need to just drive into me. Good lord, wow. A fantastically awful start. Shit, okay. We go from being 1 place up to 4 down, just like that. But let's try settle into a rhythm. It's dark, isn't it? Who knew being next to a lake in the middle of nowhere? Crazy, terrible idea. Sake. Let's hope we can make some ground on the cars ahead. It's very dark. Okay, good run through that. That's it. Stay closer to the inside, I think. Don't get trapped. There's been no big murders unless they've taken place behind us on these chicanes. Okay, we're sticking with the car ahead. The car behind is gaining much quicker. on. Okay, we're in the slipstream now, but there's not a chance in hell. And we're too close in behind there, annoyingly, so we couldn't kind of make use of the momentum. Well, it's much safer to be over the gravel on the right-hand side than the left, that's for sure. Wheel just kind of buckled in a little bit, which is slightly annoying. God almighty. Definitely struggling with the visibility. Annoyingly, I feel like my glasses are a bit smudged. Jesus. Oh, good lord. Back of the car went then. When's the best place to try and clean the glasses? I mean, literally nowhere, because every straight is slightly curved. Shit. Right. Glasses case at the ready. Do this over the course of a few laps. Okay, improved lap time at least. Definitely losing time through sector 1 for the simple reason that I'm not pushing it as hard. It's on the inside. Of course it's on the fucking inside. God. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. That's somehow worse. I managed to smudge them more for what a dick. Ugh. Apologies, I've not looked at the chat in a while. I think you might understand why. It is dark at Enna-Pergusa. Slowly being reeled in by the car behind. Do I have any other form of lights? No, I've got on and off, that's cool. Just drive around with the high beams on. not yet. Come on now, you bastard. Why do they just not clean? That is better, slightly. Okay, we do seem to be reeling somehow. The Porsche are in ahead, and we are at least holding the car behind. But Sector 1, it does all come undone, it has to be said. Yep, tried to read some comments, definitely not. Sorry. Let's try and find some pace in Sector 1. This is where it's not really happening at the minute. Oh, that was too late on the brakes. Fucking hell. Three-tenths slower than my best. Okay. We are good. We are better though in this second part of the lap. We are up to 24th now, I've just realised. So I don't know if someone's pit early or if there's someone's had a moment. This is good. This is good. I just don't think this car has the oomph. Or maybe it's how I've set it up, but... Ooh, that's silly. That's silly. That's silly. Should have braked earlier. Right, at least we've kept out the wall. It's annoying. It's finally making inroads. Silly, silly. Gosh, that was close to the wall then. And that was deep on the brakes there. There is a queue of cars behind us. I need to not focus on them. KD, good evening. Sorry, I'm not really looking at chat much at the minute because of the darkness around Enna-Pergusa. Why does the curb need to do that on the exit? Like, it could have just been a straight line and I could have put the power on. Obviously they've done that on purpose for the challenge. I understand that. That's fine. Come on. Now interestingly, we've done okay at actually closing back down again to this Porsche, just alleviating some pressure from behind. That's okay. Realise alleviating some pressure from behind does sound like a constipation joke, but it honestly isn't. God, wheels on the grass then, scary. Okay, this is good. Right. Let's not get right up in their grill through this final chicane. I cannot. Oh, and hello. It's time for traffic. After what? 18 minutes? This is going to be fun for everyone involved. That Porsche did not seem keen to let him through. Okay, and now we have to look out from behind as well. I don't know if I'm going to survive this race. Ooh. Christ. That was a big hit. That was a big, big hit. How bad is the car? It's bad. It's bad. Let's have a look at a replay. Jesus. Was I just that the tiniest of clips? It's exactly what I did in practice as well. Right. It's an endurance race. It's about survival. I just wanted to get to the end. So, let's go back to the pits and get it repaired, shall we? Oh, don't say that, Martins. Let's see how much this pulls under braking. Awfully. We might be down a long way. Oh no, there's our fellow TBR. Whew. Jesus. these guys through. Absolutely steam through. Well, I mean, that was always going to happen, wasn't it? Okay. So, could I just whack on hards to the end? Potentially. Repair. Oh, I think the engine's fucked. That. I think we might be absolutely might be done. Anthony, good evening. Good to see you. I might try and put hards on to the end. 2 Deep Blue, good to see you as well. Good evening. I don't know if you were in the chat earlier. Like I say, I had to really concentrate. Right. Oh, that's not going to get us to the end, though, is it? Fuck it. We'll just put as much fuel in. We'll put hards in and see where we get up to and see if the car can drive. Ah, dearie me. Gonna clean my glasses now. Fuck's sake. Yeah, but Screamlight, I'm the one that put it in its natural habitat. Definitely a me problem. If the car is still drivable, we'll try and get it to the end. If it's wrecked, I may consider retiring and just starting from the back and do a shortened race. Okay. It doesn't feel too bad, I won't lie. It's obviously hard tyres, full tank of fuel. And we are coming out with lots of traffic. Come on, just go. We are incredibly, not last, but I think the 2 cars behind us have very much retired. 10 seconds behind the car ahead. There are a couple of lower class cars, the G3s. Oh shit, I should really. I'm not going to have these follow me through here. You guys just go. Just go, just go, just go. Okay, that's unsettled me. Let's try and focus, shall we? Go on, off you go, pal. Okay, car doesn't feel terrible. I feel bad for the car. Oh, we're up to 33rd. How have we done that? God, I've steamed up to us. Right, let's get through these as quickly as possible. Go on, off you go. Be that aggressive, mate. Jesus. I moved out your way. You weren't close enough to me before the chicane. I'm not just about to park up. Dingbat. Still adjusting to the hard tyres, and we've got the full fuel load again. Actually, we didn't even start with a full fuel load, did we? This is the first time it's been filled to the brim. We are gaining on the car ahead. So that must be a G3 class car. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. There's a car on fire up ahead. It's very on fire. It's so incredibly on fire. And I've probably just overtaken a load of cars that I'm going to need to, like, back past me. I think we are catching up to the next car ahead, though. I think that's it. That's 32nd place. It looks like it's been in the wars somewhat. Right, let's see what sort of lap times we can do with a little bit of clear air. Call me crazy, I feel like there is actually finally some more light. I feel like I can see a little bit better. Silly double click on there. I was just about to get caught at the worst possible moment now. Please don't drive into me. You absolute tosspot. So interestingly, there's literally no time for the car ahead. So does that mean it's already retired and we're going to eventually just catch it and pass it? Was that the car that was on fire? We shall find out. Thing is, will we make it to the end on a full tank of fuel from where we filled up? I don't think we will. I think a full tank was just over an hour. We're going to have to do a splash and dash at the end. Does it not say, like, plus lap? If it's, you know, lap down. Oh, 1 minute 13. Yeah, no, 1 minute 13. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's just appeared because I've crossed the line. Right, got it. Okay. Let's see how far back up we can get. We started 21st, we're down in 31st. At the bare minimum, let's see if we can maybe catch up our TVR teammate. Dearie me. Well, can I just say, I know I nearly crashed then because I looked at chat, I feel like the car does bounce quite a lot even before I crashed it. I know I have crashed it and obviously it's not going to be performing at its best, but it definitely bounced a lot before. And they do bounce. I have noticed this, so I'm going to defend myself on that one. But there may be additional bouncing because I hit a tile wall very hard. So that's also fair. Kel, careful now. Okay, gap is coming down to the car ahead, but it's a long way away. The main thing to do is make sure we don't get yeeted out by the faster cars. Exactly, we are porpoising. Big style. We are in Enna-Pergusa, KD, in Sicily. There's only one natural lake in Sicily, and the Italians decided to build this circuit around it. And this is a fact you'll appreciate. This track hosted the Mediterranean Grand Prix, which was in the 90s an F3000 race, and one of the winners of that race was Riccardo Rosset. So credit where credit is due. You really have a way with words, don't you, KD? Yeah, company sadly went into liquidation, unfortunately, which was a big shock. Because we were not expecting it. There we go. Okay, are you going to try and overtake me at this worst possible moment? I'm going to hover to the inside. Go on. So again, the time has disappeared to the car ahead. Just no matter how many times you do that chicane, it just never feels nice. Never feels natural. Okay, we're all right. Oh, good spot. Yeah, no, 2 places. I didn't even actually spot that. Very good indeed. Okay, back in the top 30. Something. And a minute away. From the next car. I will feel settled at one point through that chicane. I don't know if it's going to be today at any point, but bloody hell. So, of the hour and 30-minute race, we've done the 30-minute part, and we've had 2 offs and an excursion into a tyre barrier and been in the pits, which has completely wrecked the strategy. We will have to stop again towards the end of the race for a splash and dash, but hopefully we can at least recover a few places and then have a nice sprint at the end. Let's just try and settle into a rhythm now. Like I say, there is definitely more and more light. It's definitely easier and easier to see around this circuit, because it was absolutely pitch black before. I'm just going to let these two go. There were two of them, right? There wasn't. Okay. I'll let him go. Bloody hell. Oh. Sorry, I did look at the chat a couple of times then and then immediately needed to concentrate. Still not lapping particularly well. Bit of an understeer moment through the chicane. Now we are in a proper no man's land. 55, it was briefly 55 seconds that way, 55 seconds that way. Oh God. Oh God. I felt my head leave my body just before we hit then. That was a big one. Ooh. How does the car feel? And I'm going to be honest with you. Damage, I think, is on, like, realistic. The car feels surprisingly okay. That should be game over. That's ridiculous. Oh my God. TBR, you see, you ever go out TBRs are made absolutely like, whew. Rock solid. Okay, yeah, the car does feel a little bit off. Are you surprised? But it's drivable. It's fine. It is but a flesh wound. Alright, you could just go around me at this point. There we go. Whew. Right. We come back again. We've hit it twice. Let's not hit it a third time. I wonder how the other TVR is getting on. That is insane that that only cost me 5 seconds. And in relation to the glass martins, at the Blackpool Tower there is a pane of glass that at the top of the tower people can walk on. It holds people's weight and you can look down to the bottom of the tower. That's exactly the same glass they use in TVRs, fun fact. It can hold the weight of 6 families. It's incredible. God. Again, that was pretty fucking close. Go on, you go, please. Just go through. Axel, good evening. We are indeed driving a Trevor. Never heard it called a Trevor before. I like that. The other guy. I think we had a brief disconnect there. I hope we should all be back. Are we back? We're back. Cool. Yeah, we somehow gained another place, so either they're going into the pits as it is coming up to the halfway point of the race, or it is a case of people are having it much worse than us. Don't think this is post-Russian takeover. Now, to be fair, I can't remember what year the takeover happened. Christ. Because this is 2004. I don't think it's yet. Although they did cover the takeover on Top Gear, and obviously that was rebooted in the early noughties, so it might be. Someone might have to check that one. Pretty sure this one was still made in Blackpool though. Which is why they let me drive it. Okay, we're up to 27th, gap coming down to the car ahead. However, I feel like the car behind us may have just stopped and is probably moving a touch quicker. God, no, thank you, not just yet. I mean, pal, your brake lights don't work. That's an MOT fail. Get off the road. Yeah, just don't accelerate there. It's a good idea, that. Jesus. Could you hold them up for me now? So this car was probably made before the takeover, but driven after the takeover or during the takeover then, I guess. Get your blue flags away, you ain't close enough yet. Relax yourself. God, that fell a bit heavy on the brakes there, bloody hell. Okay, might be close enough now. Yeah, maybe. You can wait though. Big, wide section here, off you go. Have at it. Just ease off the throttle slightly. Go. That was again a moment where heart was in anus. Which is convenient because that's where the brain also is. Okay, the car that was closing in on us, the gap has gone up slightly, but who knows, that might be traffic related, it could be all sorts related at this point. Come on, you go through. Where are we on lap time? Still pretty shy. Come on. Good lord, that's a bouncy curb. Watch that. I feel my ass is in my neck. Good lord, my entry to that is just all over the place, and it's because I've whacked the fucking tyre twice, but also, naturally the car is not the most stable anymore. I shouldn't be complaining, it's in much better health than it has any right to be, but it's still not fun. So let's keep plugging away. Before we know it, we'll be closer to the car ahead than the car behind, so let's just keep going. God. Why am I going deeper and deeper into one? Let's just run it on nicely. I think I'm trying to push the brakes too hard now. Right, you can go by, sir. You can go by and then you brake really early for that. Saw something about the Marcos versus the Gilet. We do have one behind us right now, I think, if I am correct. Oh yeah, I've taken out my headlights, haven't I? God, I'm glad that didn't happen earlier in the race. I would have been completely fucked. Right. Oh, We have a bottleneck. That is the most unsafest of rejoins, my guy. Full course yellows are turned on, but I think we're just determined not to use them. Oh, God. Okay, let's see what damage that has done. I feel like the car is still just as damaged as it was before, so that's alright. Go slightly better into turn 1. Viper right behind us. Go, 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 go on. I'm not going fast enough to get motion sickness. That is a great shout on Eurovision, KD. Ah, oh, good lord. Unbelievably not a track limits infringement. You saw nothing. The trick is getting your car to peak damage early. At least you know nothing will make it worse. Oh, watch this. Imagine if I just decked it now, God. Car coming out of the pits, a couple of cars coming out of the pits. Contact in one, just ahead of us. These guys definitely are not part of our race. Oh, car off. Hopefully it stays there a while. Go on, off you go. Time disappearing for the car ahead. They may be in the pits. Ah, good spot. Yep, we are up to 26th. Oh, still there. Nice new permanent feature of the circuit. Oh, very lovely. Oh, and actually, I think... Oh, okay, we are up to 25th now. felt close to that wall that time. "35 minutes to go of this hour-and-a-half race at Enna-Pergusa. The headlights don't work, but the sun, well, you can still see the moon there, but clearly the sun is starting to rise as there's definitely a lot more ambient light now. It doesn't feel too precarious. We are closing in on the car ahead, which is good. This isn't too bad. This isn't too bad at all. I wonder if that studio in Wigan is still there, KD. Oh, God. Don't know if everyone remembers the story about the studio in Wigan. So this was, God, must be over 10 years ago now. Admin in a warehouse in Wigan. And there was a warning on the job that said, warning, you must be alright with not safe for work content. So it was admin in basically a porn warehouse. Whether it was storing it or making it, I don't know. I didn't ask. Oh, my favourite story is I told a co-worker about this. I was like, oh, there was a porn warehouse in Wigan. She went, ugh, I'd never work in Wigan. Alright. Priorities. I actually got a similar story. There was a job that showed it was like, oh, a video editor. You must be okay with not safe for work content. I was like, alright. I'm fine with that. You must be okay with using AI. I'm out. Sorry, I was with you until you must be okay using generative AI. And not safe. No thanks. That makes me feel icky on multiple levels. Definitely fucking not. Can get in the bin. Exactly, at least it wasn't Wigan. So still would have given it more consideration. Oh, God. Oh, good Lord. Right, let's just get out of the way of this guy, because obviously they are struggling. Slightly offline, but we're okay. Gap coming down to the car ahead. Wigan in Wigan, for fuck's sake. I'll let you go. What are we in class? Good question, Jacob. So I feel like NGTs were getting up as high as 18th. I would say we're probably, best case scenario, we're 5th or 6th. Might be 7th or 8th. There are a couple of G2s maybe ahead of us as well. So I'm going to guess we're like 6th or 7th. I don't even know if we're ahead of the other TVR that's racing. That's the only one I want to be at this point. After all the nonsense we've had. At least you get around the VPN. Don't know what one of those is. Never heard of it. Is that a German car manufacturer? Don't know. Never heard of it. Don't know what you're talking about. does look like it's thinking about its life, Jacob. It really does. Right, you guys need to go through. There we go. That got a little bit awkward. Gap down under 10 seconds. Oh, they don't like each other. Christ. At the start of this lap I thought, right, lock in, I want to do a good lap time. It's been a while, and I've immediately pushed it too hard, and I've got traffic. So that's good. Go on, you can go past. Well, desperate times in terms of strategy, for sure. Oh! Many poos have just shot out of my ain eye. Shall we have a look? Oh no. That was, Okay, here we go. Ah, they've gone side by side. Oh my god. How on earth? Deary me. Well, that was huge. Prediction for the upcoming F1 race. No, never, Axel. Absolutely not. Never. Yeah, looking ahead to real sim racing. Yeah, to be fair, I didn't slow down at all, did I? Whoops. Prediction for the finale. Eternal screaming. I honestly feel like it's going to unfold in the messiest way possible, where team orders are going to be needed after they've insisted they haven't needed them all year. It's going to be really awkward and difficult, and I genuinely think he might do it, you know. Wait, are we overtaking someone? Oh wait, not yet. Hang on. He's going to make us beat him to it. There we go. To 23rd. Scenes. Like, I can honestly see it being the bottle of all bottles at this point. I really can. Up to 23rd, incredible. I'm really... this chicane is the one that scares me the most. I genuinely do think if they don't make Piastri give Norris the place back in Monza, it goes completely differently after that point. I really do. I think their management or non-management of it has a lot to answer for. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't believe the whole conspiracy nonsense of, oh, they want Norris to win. I just think they've been really bad at fucking papaya rules. It would be funny if Lando and Max took each other out and then Piastri won. That would be very funny indeed. I'm hearing that scream. Like, if Lando wins it, I think he does it, well, not unconvincingly, but by the skin of his teeth. Like, I think it could genuinely be a lose-lose, because he'll win it, but everyone will go, Jesus Christ, you were fucking lucky to win it, sunshine. Do you know how close you came? And then if he loses it, he's fucking lost it, and that's just shit in its own way. God knows how the 26 regs are gonna shake things up, shake the order up. So the question is, I feel like randomly I'm going to come round one of these laps and that car's just going to be mysteriously gone. Just have a feeling. Okay, you go past, there we go. I can't believe we're 49 seconds away from the place we started this race. It's insane. The question is the fuel going to get us to the end? I'm not sure now. I thought it wouldn't. But I don't know if it might. We might not need to stop again, and we can just run on the hard tyres to the end. Like, "23 minutes to go. It's at 18 laps of fuel, unless I'm forgetting how the fuel gauge works. Is that minute? I'll have a look at people telling me I'm an idiot in a second. I think that might be enough to get us to the end. Oh, swear to God if Lance don't talk to me about Lance winning. I want Adrian Newey to do well. I really do like him. I think he is so clever. And I kind of want his legend to continue in Aston Martin. I've always been an Aston Martin fan in terms of the cars and the sports cars, so it would be nice to see the F1 team do well, but for the love of God, I don't want fucking Lance Stroll to win it. think I should have enough fuel to the end at this rate. I think we might be okay. Assuming the tyres aren't going to disappear, but I feel like the hards should have enough in them. Gap to the car ahead is going up though, which is a shame. So we're not going to catch up at this rate anyway, unless we seriously find some pace. We have 20 minutes to go. God, lock up there as well. Gonna slow off and let this car go through. Lord. Slightly put off by how slow that Porsche was going. If I think a car is going noticeably slowly, then that is saying something. So we are at least pulling a gap on the car behind. This is good. But yeah, we seem to have hit our limit with the next car up the road. 1 minute 45 isn't super quick, let's be honest. Car is obviously getting lighter, but yeah, one hard now. Not going to be the quickest. Screamlight, I'm sure you're going quicker than that car. Quicker than me in certain places of this stream. That one, it's okay, let's just correct very calmly. .143 is a slightly better lap time. Can you just go past me without me letting off the throttle? Yes, good. Ooh, damage to that Viper. God, I was a bit late on the brakes then. Okay, though. Oh. think the gap is starting to almost hold to the car ahead, so unless they get caught up in some nonsense, which is not unheard of. God. Oh, and again, if I'm going to catch myself in some more nonsense, it's not really going to help, is it? Style it out, though. And again, we're on the cusp of being closer to the car ahead than the car behind, which means I'm about to put it in the wall. It's usually what that means. It would be nice to just somehow pick up one more place and at least we finish where we started on that adventure. Oh, definitely no. This is the only GTR you're getting. Definitely not. It's complete coincidence that came out on Halloween, but how appropriate. Yeah, GTR 400. A PS2 title that, as I discovered, you do not want to particularly check out, if you haven't already. It does feature 2003 British GT champion Martin Short, just like this game. Well, on the back of the game anyway. He's not to be found anywhere else. Let's just let you through. Another 143. It's okay. Bit more traffic this time around. Wait for the exit of here and you can go. Touched a wheel on the grass then. We got it off quickly, otherwise that would have been another trip to that tyre wall. 13 minutes to go. Justice for Martin Shaw. I mean, in this game, absolutely. Well, I don't think the Mosler makes an appearance, does it? Or does it? Is the Mosler in this game? Well, actually, I can't remember now. Anyway. Gap holding around 54 seconds to the car ahead. Need a little bit of something. Another 1 minute 43, even with traffic. This is good. It's good pace, it's just not going to be enough to make up for those absolute howlers. Okay. Car going in the pits there. We can only hope that some people have to make some last minute stops. I think we're going to be okay. I don't think we're going to need to make any more stops. Need to catch up on the what is perceived to be the Justin Fajana Lacey Payne edition after the race. I still want to go back to the original Formula 1 game and do an all dry season, which I think is going to be really bloody difficult. Because there are some tracks like Catalonia, it's just bloody impossible to do anything in the dry. And the wet weather races definitely help you out. But it'd be interesting to see if it can be done on those sprint races that we did, where you're not getting help from the weird strategies of tyre and fuel consumption. I think that could be a pain season. Oh, this guy again. Hi. Gap down ahead to 43. Definitely not a place to dream just yet, but nice to see the gap coming down. Maybe some issues with traffic and a little excursion for them. I gave F1 Championship Edition. That's me for looking at chat. That's on me for looking at chat. This might be us gone. This might be us done. Oh no. Why did I look at chat at that point? Don't know what the problem is. The wheels are still there. The front suspension is probably collapsed. There's probably a puncture on the other side. Oh, we got so bloody close. I can't believe it. Oh, the checkered flag is out. Why is the checkered flag out? Is it just saying it's time to, yeah. Still sounds good. That doesn't sound great. Oh, no, we're alive. We're good. We're fine. We're not. Oh, no. And, incredibly, we die. That's how well we were doing. Everyone else behind us had retired. So, let's have a look. It was won by Carl Wendlinger, Tim Sugden was 12th in NGT. We finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in class. We finished ahead of the other TVR because they only made it 11 laps in. We retire 5 laps from the end, which, oh yeah, incredibly, somehow we do finish where we start in 21st. Good spot. I don't know how or why, so we do finish where we start, and we do technically see the dawn. Oh god, that was rough, but this is the thing, that was terrible from me. That was still fun. I still love this game. I still think, even though starting in pitch black in Enna-Pergusa is an absolute terrible idea, I'd do it again. Deary me. No, I haven't. KD with Crescent Suzuki. I might do. If it's just going to be the same handling with the different skin, I don't know why, but yeah, no, I'm not giving it a go. So yeah, somehow we managed to finish where we start in 21st, 45 laps. The car didn't have any right making it 45 laps, let's be honest. Maybe I should do a rally game, Helium. That would be good. Maybe just a bit of fun, fire up a rally game. But yeah. Stop looking at chat when you're approaching a chicane where you've already crashed twice. But it's three times is the charm, isn't it? Nice 3 crashes at the same wall. I've never tried RBR. That would be an absolute nightmare. And the thing is, I always give games a little bit of a go before I get started with something. With that, because it's such a nightmare, and I'm such a nightmare playing them, I think that might be fun to set up, like literally just make sure I can get it running on my computer, test it in that sense, and then do nothing else and just jump on stream and be like, right, how hard can it be? And then I'm proceeded to be humbled for about 2 hours, if I make it to 2 hours. That might be fun. So yeah, Top Gear Rally for the N64. That's another thing I need to do at some point. I need to get an N64 emulator and try all the racing games on N64 I never played, because I had a PlayStation. So I've never played the F1 World Grand Prix games for N64. Sadly, I've played the F1 World Grand Prix game for the PlayStation. Not comparable. At least I hope so. And then yeah, Top Gear Rally sounds like fun as well. Why not? But yeah, maybe Richard Burns Rally. That might be another good one-off stream while I'm still in this kind of weird hinterland. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me on this stream. Like I say, slightly weird circumstances for me at the moment. Hopefully it is going to iron itself out very soon. I'll try and keep things coming steadily. Hopefully the new Toka video at the weekend. But yeah, if I do kind of have little dips in this period, that is why. Just trying to get myself sorted. Jose, sadly you are, but the VOD will be on very soon. It was a lot of fun. It was just, yeah, Enna-Pergusa, not well lit at 4 in the morning, it turns out. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you have a good rest of the week. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you again for another one very soon. I might go and have a look and see how hard it is to set up Richard Burns Rally. That should be fun. Take care, everyone. And we'll see you all very soon. Thanks very much.